morning, THers.
And thank you
for watching THers.
This week was Red Ribbon Week. A flyer was held about 9:30 a.m. Monday morning to honor a DEA agent murdered by drug traffickers in Mexico in about 1985. It is in his memory that we wear red ribbons as a symbol of intolerance towards the use of drugs. Wednesday, Master John Dowdy, a 9th degree black belt from the Tiger Shark Hackapita American College of Martial Arts, demonstrated self-defense skills. All the South Carolina Teachers of the Year, including Miss Sarita Green, are trying to amend our state constitution. They want to insert the words high-quality education into the state constitution. The current standard is a minimally adequate education. All the students of Gaffney High can help by signing the petition. They need 1 million signatures. Contact Miss Green to sign the petition.
Now here's George with Geek Speak.
This Christmas, many new hot games will be showing up on the market. Many of you will be hoping for at least one of these games under the tree. So to give you an idea of the ones you'll want, I have a list of the top 10. Starting at number 10 is Resistance 2, a game that will be released November 4th. It is a PS3 game where the user battles in a massive environment. The coolest thing about the game is the artificial intelligence so that opponents can learn your tactics and learn from them. Number 9 is Prince of Persia, scheduled to be released on December 2nd. This game plans to keep the same game plan as Sands of Time, but will have a game in a non-linear format, meaning that the player will be able to explore any part of the map at any time. Number 8, Saints Row 2, is set as a redesigned version of Stillwater, a fictional city based heavily on the cities of Detroit and Chicago. The game picks up where Saints Row left off. The title begins with a player waking up from a trauma-induced coma in a prison hospital. 5 years after the events of Saint Row, only to escape the prison island and rejoin the 3rd Street. The series is set around the protagonist learns that the Saints have fallen apart and the 3 new gangs have risen to power in Stillwater. Animal Crossing comes in at number 7. This is a must-have game for all Wii owners. The freeform gameplay is the biggest attraction to the video gamer. It will allow them countless numbers of ways to interact, buy a house, catch fireflies in the summer, or just hang out with your friends and spend your time shopping. Coming in at number 6, Tomb Raider Underworld can be expected in stores on November 19th. So get ready for another adventure with Lara Croft. Be ready to guide Croft through an interactive environment with acrobatic skills and wider range of combat abilities. From pacifying your enemy by non-lethal means to shooting at your enemies with one hand while suspended by the other. Up in spot number 5 falls Tom Clancy's End War. In this game you can expect to see diverse battlefields, realistic details, strategic planning, and multiplayer modes. Now for game number 4. World of Warcraft released its 2nd expansion to the widely popular MMORPG. With this release of the expansion, video gamers will have the ability to have their characters reach level 80, along with exploring new character hero class, the Death Knight. The quest and dungeons awaits all those who enter the land of Azeroth. Video gamers will need to have both the original World of Warcraft and the expansion Burning Crusade to be able to play this game, released November 13th. Falling in at spot number 3 is Guitar Hero World Tour. This game offers more of a creative license for you, from designing your character's appearance, instruments, band logo, and even album covers. There is a Battle of the Band mode that will let you and up to 8 players go head-to-head in a competition. So if you're getting tired of playing the same old songs over and over again, you might want to look into this game. Up next in spot 2 is Dead Space. An action-adventure game takes place in deep space and is filled with relentless enemies who are lurking in the shadows. Your character is armed to the teeth with devastating weapons to go along with their telekinetic powers to survive the gruesome fate of the ship's previous crew. With enemies around every corner and in every dark hole, your video gamer will need to stay on their toes if they want to make it out in one piece. Finally, at spot number 1, Lego Batman is a game that focuses on a Lego Batman and Robin who must save Gotham from a multitude of criminals like Catwoman, the Joker, and the Penguin. There are 30 levels and customizable characters in the game to keep your video gamer enthused from the beginning to the end. Make sure to add this game to your gift list for 2008. Now back to Jonathan at the news desk.
Oh, my fault. George had my mind on video games. I'm sorry. Well, as most people know, tonight is Halloween, last home football game for the regular season. We have a big game against Clover. They won state last year, and I think it'll be a good game tonight. The regular season for the football team is coming to an end, and that can only mean one thing: basketball season. The boys and girls basketball team have been running and training hard, and they're going to bring out the basketballs Monday to show Coach Huff and Paris their skills. It's now time for my college football picks of the week. I'm not trying to brag about last week, but I was 5 for 5 in my picks last week. So right now I'm going to pick 5 more, and I'm going to try to repeat. Coming in number 5, we have Notre Dame and Pittsburgh. Notre Dame was going through a rebuilding year last year, and it turned out pretty good this year. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, is also going through a rebuilding year this year, and I think Notre Dame's done a little bit more rebuilding than Pittsburgh has. Coming in number 4, I have Clemson and Boston College. Yabbo Dabbo Do. Have y'all seen these shirts? I guess we're trying to say something about how Clemson has some new great coach or something, but they still have the same team. I know I give Clemson a lot of grief on the show, but the point is they're not any good. But give it 2 or 3 years, and this offensive line will do just fine, but they're not going to beat Boston College this weekend. Coming in number 3, I have South Carolina and Tennessee. South Carolina had a tough 17-24 loss against LSU 2 weeks ago. They've had 2 weeks to watch game film and watch how the LSU Tigers stole the game away from them. South Carolina is going to play inspiring football Saturday night and wind up beating Tennessee. Number 2 is Texas Tech and Texas. A good friend of mine thinks that Texas Tech will win the national championship. I'm starting to buy into what he's saying. I think Texas Tech will at least make it to the national championship and will make it there being undefeated. So that means I think they will beat Texas this weekend. Coming in number 1, I have Florida and Georgia. Georgia and Florida has always promised to be a great game. We're not going to talk about the way Florida won last weekend, but did y'all see Georgia manhandle LSU? LSU couldn't stop Georgia, and neither will the Gators. That's all for the show. I'm out.
No school Tuesday.
Yay. Tonight's Halloween. Be careful. Be safe.
Thanks for watching WGHB.
Goodbye.